So there's a passage of scripture in Micah chapter 6, verse 8 that I love. It says, "He has shown you, O mortal," speaking of the human race, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good." Remember that concept? We talked about it this past week. He said, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good." And then he asked the question, what does the Lord require of us? And then he gives three statements which are answers to that question. He says to act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. You know, oftentimes we love that part of acting justly. We want justice for everybody, and sometimes we want to give justice to everybody. But that second part balances off the first, to love mercy. Notice how he put that, because he said, yes, we are to act justly, but when it comes to mercy, love it. When you love something, you have an affection for it. You lean towards it. By giving mercy, it doesn't mean that you don't act in a way that brings justice. It just means that while you're giving justice, it's your pleasure to also give mercy. And when we begin to act justly and then love mercy and put those together, we honor God and will walk humbly with Him. When we do these things, God blesses us. When we act this way, God works in our lives. And here's the cool thing. Just as we talked about last week, that blessing gets passed down from one generation to the next. Now I want to encourage you to ask yourself, is there someone in my life that needs more than me just imposing justice on them right now? Do they also need some mercy? And do I love giving? So how do we develop that love for mercy in our lives so that we can do good? There are multiple different ways, and obviously staying in the Word and praying, but I think probably the biggest thing is looking at our own lives. Realizing that every one of us, on more than one occasion, had deserved justice, but God has loved giving us mercy. When we realize how much mercy has been given to us, it's hard not to give mercy to others. And again, as we do that, it helps us to do good and pass down the blessing of that to the next generation. Hey, thank you so much for taking time to watch. And as always, please make sure to read through the newsletter. You hear us say it all the time. We try to put all the information that you need in this one newsletter so that you don't have to go searching multiple different places for information. We look forward to worshiping with you. We're noticing more and more people coming back to church, and it's great worshiping with everyone. And hey, also don't miss this Sunday. You've heard the saying, you only live once. It's not true. Pastor Joe's going to talk about something that I think is really going to bring perspective to that. God bless you. Can't wait to see you.